Cliff Daniels is here to talk about rebounding in Las Vegas and moving ahead to Homestead. Martin Truex Jr. has a fresh new paint scheme and an athletic Brad Keselowski.
NASCAR Daily with Shannon Speak.
We have made it to Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. It is October 23rd. I'm Shannon Spake. Welcome into NASCAR Daily. We have a big show for you today. Cliff Daniels is here. They were able to leave Las Vegas with an 11th place finish, which is unbelievable because they had a crazy day. So we're going to talk to him about that. We've got some news on Frankie Muniz. That's coming up, and we can see Brad Keselowski living life with his family. Wait till you see that. But first, let's get you caught up on a fresh new paint scheme that Martin Truex Jr. has this weekend. Take a look at this. Bass Pro Shops is bringing back the same paint scheme that he ran when he won a championship in Homestead. Of course, the number is different. He was in a 78 at the time, but this is the same paint scheme that he ran when he won Homestead, won the championship in 2017. So very cool. Of course, we know that this is Martin's last full-time season of racing. He's going to do the Daytona 500 and potentially maybe, some one-offs here and there, but this is his last full-time season. So Bass Pro Shops really stepping up and honoring the champion the right way. Still hope he gets victory lane before the end of the season. Frankie Muniz, he announced yesterday that he's going to be racing in the Truck Series full-time in 2025. Congratulations to you, Frankie, for sure. Take a look at this. He will be in the number 33 truck in 2025. Of course, Frankie has made 2 starts in the Xfinity Series this season, 2 starts in the Truck Series, and raced an ARCA schedule last year. So congratulations to him. I know he's been working really hard to get this done. Someone else that was working hard this weekend, that would be Joey Logano. Of course, we know how crazy the week has been for him. He's out of the championship or the round of 8. He's in the round of 8 because of the disqualification by Alex Bowman. Then he goes out and he wins at Vegas and locks himself into the championship 4. Joey told a really funny story in the media center about sharing this moment with his wife. Listen to what he had to say.
I talked to her in victory lane. She's like, do you believe 1 week ago at this hour, I come walking out of our bedroom and I said, you're not going to believe this. You know what I mean? It's like, you wouldn't believe it. And here we are a week later. And I told her, you ain't going to believe this. We won this one. So
I love it. I wish the family had been there with Joey. It would have been such a cool picture, but they'll probably be there throughout the rest of the way. And hello to you, Brittany and family at home. Okay, so Paul Wolfe, this was released yesterday. NASCAR put this out on social media. The winningest active Cup Series crew chief right now is Paul Wolfe. That, of course, with that win in Las Vegas. Rodney Childers, who we had on the show last week, he is on that list as well. In fact, 6 of the 10 on this list, 6 of the top 10 are still competing for a championship, including one Cliff Daniels, who is number 7 on that list. All right, let's say hello to championship crew chief Cliff Daniels. Cliff, last time you were on the show, I think we kind of joked about your season being sort of like a heart rate. And I think that could perfectly describe what you guys experienced on Sunday in Las Vegas. Just walk me through sort of the process that happens for you guys to come out of there with an 11th place finish.
Yeah, it was certainly an up and down day, and just kind of adds to the way our season has gone. So we got off to an okay start of the race, and then when the Austin Dillon crash happened, a big piece of his wheel actually got stuck in our nose. That forced us to pit, a little unexpectedly, have to fix the damage. And then as we were trying to rebound our way back from that, we were actually doing okay in stage 2. We had that pit stop that got away from us. It was a very kind of weird and awkward circumstance, the way that it all played out. And ultimately ended up having some confusion with how we were trying to get the left side of the stop finished for what we had to deal with to then go back and correct what we thought was an issue on the right side. So in doing that, we didn't get all of the left side tires changed correctly. Had to come back down pit road. The second trip down pit road is what ultimately put us a lap down, and had to recover from that. So the things that I was really proud of is after that moment happened, that was of course very disappointing, very frustrating for us, having so much pressure on ourselves. We do have a very experienced and veteran pit crew. They did a great job to recover after that point. I was really impressed and proud of Kyle with just his demeanor of, he had every reason to get very frustrated and almost want to, throw us away. He stayed in the game, kept passing cars on restarts, kept kind of marching his way forward. We kept making a few changes to the car just to try to keep him comfortable, and ultimately to come home with an 11th place finish. We wanted more, but to overcome what we did, and for everybody just to stay, locked in together, and know that we had to overcome those things without making it worse, and just keep marching our way to the front. The team stepped up and did what we had to do.
Can you sense, I think when things happen to some people tend to panic. Do you sense that you guys almost like get calm and realize what it is that you have to do just based on the time together and some of the things that you just told me?
Yeah, we do, and we've, our journey together as a team, and this, a group of the 5 team that's been together. Most of us have been together longer than 2021 when the 5 team, kind of started in its new path. So the familiarity, the relationships, the chemistry that we have as a team is obviously very deep. And even in the time that we've been together as the 5, and certainly been with Kyle, we've been through a lot together. We've seen some very high highs and some very low lows, and through all that you learn how in those situations when things aren't going your way, a pit stop does get away from you, the race starts to get away from you, how to kind of compartmentalize the objectives, the mission, and stay true to that. So very thankful for the group that we have, very proud of the group that we have. And again, Kyle was a big piece of Sunday, himself keeping calm and continuing to go get everything he could, on the racetrack. Let us focus on the mission that we had, but also not be, too dejected with having to balance, overall frustration or emotions getting high. Everybody just kind of stayed even keel and focused on the job at hand.
So I think it's crazy for me when you look at the drivers that have won in the playoffs. There's just 2 playoff drivers that have actually won, right? You guys and Joey Logano. But now when you look at the round of 8, there's 4 former champions. Do you guys really sense that this round is when things really start to get real?
Yeah, 100%. And when you look at everybody that's in this round of 8, that is a very tough group, a very tough field. And you have former champions, you have a lot of race winners from this year, and guys that have been, really tough, not only just for this year, but really in the next gen era. So we know it's real in this round. And, every week you just want to put your best foot forward. Weeks like last week are still just such a crazy mix up of the playoffs. We thought, I think everybody in the sport probably thought we could just blame the track types and the formats of the first 2 rounds for their chaos. And then there we go to what everyone would consider a pretty normal track. And daggone it, we had the 45 car flip over on the front straightaway. So who saw that coming? And then of course, with our day, coming back from it was good for us, but other guys still had their misfortune. So it kind of kept it all shook up as well. So I want to think Homestead could be normal and Martinsville could be normal. I would have thought that going into Vegas, and I was wrong. So yeah, we'll see. We're just going to focus on what we need to do, and we'll see how it all plays out.
Okay, before I let you go, Joseph Cuteness this morning, your daughter Ivy and Audrey celebrated in Victory Lane. I'm sure you saw the video. What like for a dad, listen, I'm a mom. I know what it's like to share those moments with my sons. What was that like for you to look over and see her?
Well, that was really cool, and just with how tight our schedules are nowadays at the racetrack. My son is 2, Ivy's 5. We don't get a lot of opportunities to take them and bring them and kind of experience a weekend with dad. So Charlotte being close to home, and with the way the schedule was, presented that opportunity. And so normally, if we have a good day or a bad day, I hear about it from Ivy, and she tells me, her thoughts. So for her to be there with us and be able to experience it and be in Victory Lane, of course, my wife was there, my son was there, as well. That was really special for me, and it kind of took me a minute to soak it all in there, just because you get so used to your routine at the racetrack, and no matter the outcome of your day, it's you got to go through tech and get loaded up and make sure the guys are good. And it's like, well, we're home, we don't have anywhere to be, we get to kind of soak in the moment and take it all in. So that was really special to have them there.
All right. Well, hi, Ivy. It was awesome to see you in Victory Lane, and I'm a big fan. So, and
She'll appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you. Good luck this weekend, and obviously good luck with getting another championship.
Thanks for having me.
So one of the things I love about the space that we're in right now is that we really get to see into some of our favorite athletes' lives, right? With social media, they share so much. I'm going to share a picture here, in fact, of my cat laying on the pool table while we're shooting the show. But Brad Keselowski did this. And so listen, I love you, Brad. I love you, Bradley. But we do know that you're not the most athletic driver in the NASCAR Cup Series garage. But I'm going to give you some props here, buddy. This is pretty good. At first, I thought, and every single parent, we can sympathize with the fact that when we're teaching our kid how to ride a bike, they'll take off, and then you realize that you have not taught them how to brake. They don't know how to stop the bike. So oftentimes you have to take off after them. However, that's not what's happening here. Brad is legitimately having a foot race with his daughter, which I think is good job, Brad. Good form there, buddy. And you can check out some more of this. Brad takes us inside of his home life on his YouTube channel, which I think is very cool to be able to see how he's spending time with his family. And of course, we know Brad is so busy with racing and running his race team as well. So thank you, Brad. And don't be upset with me. I think you had great form there. However, be careful, because I've pulled a hammy before and it's not fun. And we don't want you to do it. We've got a busy show tomorrow. Erica Davis and Alex Weaver is going to be here. Alex is getting a chance to catch up with all the championship contenders. And Joey Logano, she spent some time with him. So we're going to hear how that went. I cannot wait to hear it. Plus, Erica Davis is going to be here to tell us how much money we won. That's tomorrow on Thursday. Everybody have a great Wednesday.
NASCAR Daily with Shannon Speak.